What is going on, Gamer Nation? My name is Mr. Studley, and today I'm bringing you Destiny, a just review.
We're in this together now.
Upon entering the world of Destiny, you're introduced to your ghost, voiced by Peter Dinklage. While exploring the ruins of old Russia, the Dinklebot, as I like to call him, happens to come across your corpse and decides to bring you back to life. And so, your destiny begins.
There you are.
But what is your destiny? What is your purpose in this large, expansive world? And unfortunately, this is where one of my biggest problems with Destiny arise. The game's story and narrative really just aren't that good, and I'd argue that it's actually quite bad. From the moment I stepped foot in Destiny, I felt like an unwanted guest. No one really told me what was going on, and in the opening mission, I could kind of understand why. But afterwards, once you've escaped old Russia, once you've made it to the tower, which Dinklebot refers to as
The last safe city on Earth.
I assumed someone would fill me in, yet no one did. Instead, I'm repairing a ship, arming myself, and preparing to go back to Russia. And not because my character wants to find out what happened to his world, or his family, or anything at all. You do this because Dinklebot gave you a mission. And now, after this second mission in the game's campaign, you get introduced to the Speaker, who very obviously knows a lot about the world and everything that happened. So I breathed a sigh of relief, believing that this guy could tell me what's going on, and perhaps I could ask about my life. And he probably wouldn't have the answers, but at least I know that my character cares about some aspect of his life. So let's take a listen.
You must have no end of questions, Guardian.
Nope. Alright, I guess you don't care about your own life. Yo, Speaker, any chance you could fill me in on what happened while I was dead?
I could tell you of the great battle centuries ago. How the Traveler was crippled. I could tell you of the power of the darkness, its ancient enemy.
But that's a secret I'll never tell. XOXO, Gossip Speaker. So you know what? Let me explain the backstory. So, this giant sentient planet, known as the Traveler, wandered through space and eventually ended up near Mars. And Earth was all like, "Whoa, dude, look at the planetception." Shortly after this, the Traveler shared its knowledge and technology with the all-powerful human race. Don't ask me how a planet shares technology, because I really don't know. Thanks to the Traveler's awesome tech, humanity began its golden age, and with it came interplanetary travel, terraforming of other planets, and so forth. Basically, the way I see it, we became space dicks and used our new power to put flags on planets and claim them as property of the human race. But suddenly, from the darkest corners of the galaxy, came the darkness, the Traveler's old enemy, who just loves to fuck up a picnic. The darkness attacked, and long story short, the Traveler sacrificed himself to stop the darkness, but unfortunately, all the nasty aliens the darkness had in his army continued to plague Earth and its surrounding planet. Now, the Traveler is still kind of alive, but in sort of a vegetative state. So, with the little power he had left, he created the ghosts, like Dinklebot, and gave ordinary people his light.
And so, the Guardians were born. Using their ultra superpowers, Titan, Warlock, and Hunter have dedicated their lives to fighting Plot and the forces of the darkness.
Now, to just clarify things, the character you play as, or the Guardian you play as, wasn't alive during the war. He wasn't alive during anything I just explained, and was dead long before that. So, if the Speaker won't tell you what happened, he's gonna have to give me a little bit more to really convince me to be a Guardian.
The darkness is coming back.
Speaker, I know my character's paper thin, but he's gonna need a little more than that to join your
What can I do?
Wait, what? What the fuck, dude? From this point on, you are officially brought up to speed, so don't expect any further backstory. As if they gave you any in the first place. It's as though Bungie went into this thinking that everyone already knew Destiny's story, and then later on decided to make the most paper-thin story possible. It's a bit strange, honestly, to think about it, because Destiny is a new IP. I mean, for a sequel, sure, maybe you can go, this is a game made for the fans of our original game, but this is a new IP. There's no books that this game drew from. There's nothing. Its story is brand new, and somehow you expected expected everyone to just know. Now, story aside, Destiny isn't all that bad. It has incredible gameplay, the controls feel buttery smooth, and the game runs at a very nice frame rate. When I get into a fight and I'm surrounded by enemies, I know that if I play right, I can make it out, thanks in large to the fast, snappy controls and good combat animation. And thanks to the game having such a strong gameplay, the PvP mode for Destiny, known as the Crucible, benefits heavily. When it comes to PvP, all that truly matters is gameplay, and Destiny has that locked down. So when you add in the interesting maps with smart designs, the ability to take weapons and gear from the campaign into PvP, and decent enough game modes, you have yourself a recipe for an incredible PvP experience, which is exactly what Destiny has. Destiny also brings with it the ability to create your own Guardian. When you fire up the character creation, you're able to select from a Titan, a Warlock, or a Hunter. Each of these three classes have their own special ability and things that kind of make them a little unique when compared to the other guys. Also, you're able to choose between being a male, a female, you can choose your race, there's a lot of different hair presets, you can change your lip color, you can add face tattoos, a whole bunch of different stuff to really make your Guardian your own. It would be nice if you could, properly create what you envision to be your Guardian, but what they've given you is enough to satisfy the need. Now, I've already ranted about Destiny's story, so let's talk about missions and mission structure. And unfortunately, though I'd like to talk about positives in the mission structure, there are several negative aspects about the way missions are handled in Destiny. Many times during a mission, you'll find yourself having to hold off waves of enemies while Dinklebot hacks something, like a door or lasers.
Pretty complex. I'll need time.
And this happens over and over and over again. Along with this repetitive mission structure, expect to see repetitive locales, because you'll be seeing the same place again and again, thanks to Destiny's backtrack system. Wait, what? Backtrack system isn't a thing? Wait, so it's just shitty, lazy backtracking? But, thanks to there being the extremely fun ability to dance in this game, even the shittiest of times can be made fun with a simple press on the D-pad. In fact, you can play a game where every time you end up revisiting an area, you can dance to acknowledge your accomplishment. Cue the dance montage.
Hit me with that!
Did I mention the visuals in this game? They are lovely, to say the least. The game looks fantastic on PS4, and I imagine it should look comparable on Xbox One. And now, for the final verdict. Honestly, the first couple hours annoyed me, and there's a really bad loot pool in the game, so at first it pissed me off. But later on, when I started getting better gear and playing alongside my friends, the game really opened up to me, and I kind of fell in love. This game is not worth the hype, and it has a lot of problems, but I would be lying to you if I said it wasn't worth the price of admission. Destiny is an extremely fun game, filled with so much potential, and who knows what could happen in its future. With expansion packs already dated for release, this game could become anything in the near future. we really don't know what it's destined to become. Destiny is a must-buy, at least for Mr. Studley. And with that, I'll leave you with... Oh, wait, they wanted me to rate the game. Okay, how about this? On a scale of 1 to 1,002, with 53 being good, 86 being bad, and -3 being meh, I'd have to give Destiny a 305. Not worth the hype, but still worth the price. I've been Mr. Studley, and you have just watched a Just Review! Oh god, I'm never doing that again. Both of these kick-ass ships have been known to do some incredible things. The Jackdaw has taken down all 4 of the legendary ships, while the Morgan our Assassin's Creed cameo tally up to for Assassin's Creed Rogue. So far, we have Achilles Davenport, we have Adewale, and we have Hatham Kenway.